Today is a really, really, really big day in crypto. And it's not only because I am back here in the studio. It's also not because if we look at the Bitcoin chart, we've broken down below that 30,000 level and we're finally below this range. That's not why today is such a big day in crypto. It's also not because some bubbles are green and some bubbles are red, but I saw Flex is up 66%. So that's not the reason why today is such a big day in crypto. When I talk about a big day, I mean one of the biggest days we've probably ever had in crypto. I'll tell you why I think today is one of the biggest days we've ever had in crypto. Because you may have noticed that today a new token launched, and the token is called WorldCoin. And if you understand what WorldCoin actually is, it is a token which is started by Sam Altman. Sam Altman is the founder of OpenAI, which is the company that created ChatGPT. And they launched a coin, a token, which uses your eyes, I think it's your retina or your eyes, to create human identity using the blockchain. And they're going to use this human identity on the blockchain to create one of the biggest financial institutions in the world. Now, for most people, they would say, wow, that's a huge coin. And if you look at the market cap of that coin, I think, in fact, let's quickly look. If you look at the market cap, I think WorldCoin has a fully diluted valuation of $25.5 billion, which makes it probably the fourth biggest coin in the entire crypto market cap. But that is not why today is such a big day. If you look below the surface, if you look just below the fact that Sam Altman, one of the most influential people in the world and the founder of OpenAI, the company that created ChatGPT, gets into crypto, launches a crypto project, you would say that that is a big reason to call today a very, very, very important day in crypto. But it's not about that. There's another thing that happened today. And if you read between the lines, you'll know what's going on. We had Elon launch X last night officially. So last night or this morning, depends on which time zone you're in, you would have seen that Elon launched X. He rebranded Twitter to X. And what he said when he launched X was, listen to this.
Essentially, if done right, the X would serve people's financial needs to such a degree that over time it would become, I don't know, maybe half of the global financial system.
Wow.
Or some big number.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the number is, but pretty big. So it would be...
So Elon launched X, and he says that X could become half of the global financial system. Now, do you think it's a coincidence that Elon launches X one day before Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI, launches WorldCoin, also with the same objective of creating the biggest financial institution in the world? And both of these two billionaires are using crypto as their battleground. Now, why do I say battleground? Because for those of you who don't know, Elon was one of the investors in OpenAI, which created ChatGPT, and he wanted to run the company. And the two of them had a fallout. And ever since then, Elon has been going at Sam Altman and has been quite bitter with Sam Altman, wanting to possibly compete with him. So on this day today, we have a battle between two of the world's most influential people, two of the richest people in the world, two of the most connected people in AI, to create the biggest financial institution in the world. And what is the platform that these two billionaires are launching? Well, they're doing it in crypto. And today I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about why that's such a massive breakthrough for crypto. In fact, I think one of the biggest days we've had in crypto, I think maybe even bigger than the days when we spoke about the BlackRock ETF. Then we're going to talk about a whole lot of other stuff. We're going to talk about Telegram bots, because you know that I was so excited about Telegram bots that even while I was away, I made you guys this video and I said, look, I am away, but we got to talk about Telegram bots because I think this is going to be the biggest sector. So we're going to talk about Telegram bots, what the best Telegram bots are to buy, when you should be buying, when you should be selling, how you should be trading them. I want to talk about Rollbit because we've had the Rollbit roller coaster, if you want to call it that. You had it going all the way up and now it's starting to come all the way down. We'll talk about that and whether it's time to be getting into Rollbit. Talk about a whole lot of other altcoins. It's going to be a huge show. I'm so glad to be back. I mean, I love vacations, but it's time to come back and start to get back into the groove. So let's do this. As I said, I love and hate vacations. It's obviously great to spend time with the fam, but I've got such FOMO being there. There was so much going on the market. I just wanted to get back and I just wanted to be doing shows. And I think that that's what happened because my wife nearly killed me when one day when I was supposed to be with the kids, there I was making you guys videos about Telegram bots. In my,
you remember these charts?
You remember this. This is like me in the middle of my vacation with my kids saying, "Look, I need to make a video." My wife's like, "Why do you need to make a video?" I said, "You don't understand. There's this massive narrative. I need to speak to the community about this massive narrative. And if you got into that narrative when we spoke about that narrative, by now you would have at least doubled your money because the Telegram bots since last week. In fact, a lot of people probably won't believe us, but if you go to CoinGecko and you go to categories." And you search for Telegram. But Josh, is there Telegram bots on our bubbles yet? Not yet. Okay, we will have a Telegram bot section on Crypto Bubbles. So you'll be able to just click Telegram bots on Banter Bubbles. You'll just be able to click Telegram bots. So you'll be able to go here, and you'll go to it would be under lists. Hey, Josh. Okay, so it'll be in the filter section. So in the filters, you'd be able to filter and you'd be able to just get your Telegram bubbles and click on it and just get all the Telegram bubbles. Anyway, be that as it may, I'm back. There's lots to talk about here today. So if you are new to the channel, welcome back or welcome. I'm welcome back. And if you're a long-time fan of the channel, well, welcome back. I'm back. I swear I'm never leaving again until I have to go to Korea Blockchain Week and Singapore Blockchain Week and all the other blockchain weeks. But I will bring you crypto love and crypto wisdom, and I will bring you the highest alpha per minute show on the interwebs. All you need to do is be subscribed. We have a massive week ahead. I'm so excited to be here. I think first order of the day when it comes to the massive week ahead is don't forget that we have the ByBit competition, the ByBit World Series of Trading competition starting on the 7th of August. Now, here's how it works. We have started a team called the Banter Whale Room. It's not only going to be a team, it's also going to be a reality show that we air every single day while the ByBit competition's on. And our objective as the Banter fam is with you guys to win the ByBit trading competition and to take the $8 million. All you need to do to join our team, and this time, Ran, Sheldon, Kyle, Joe, all of us are all on one team. Even Fred's on our team, but I mean, I know, we're going to have to carry Fred out. He's going to kill me if he sees us. So to join our team, all you really need to do is you need to go and sign up. There's a link below for our team. So there's a link below. Just sign up for our team. You have to have a Crypto Banter referral link. You have to have your original account with a ByBit referral link, a Crypto Banter referral link. If not, you cannot be on our team. And if you're not on our team, you ain't going to win. We are going to win this trading competition. I had a chat today with Sheldon, with Kyle, with both their trading teams, and we're making a point of putting our names on the map during this trading competition. So there's a link below. Sign up using the link below, but you must have signed up using a ByBit affiliate link or one of our affiliate links. Then you'll be able to join our team. And if you join our team, well, maybe we'll take the $8 million. And if not, we'll just have the time of our lives because we're going to be having a whale trading room every single day. Where let me just switch this off. So we'll have a whale trading room every single day where you guys can join us. We'll do live trading. Everyone will show you the positions that they're taking in this competition. Hopefully, we'll do well in the competition. We also have FOMC this week. So we have FOMC on Wednesday. I think pretty much the market knows that Powell's going for a 25 basis point rate hike, which kind of confirms that the last one was actually just a pivot. I mean, it wasn't a pivot. It was just a pause in the rate hikes. I guess Powell's going for a 25 basis point rate hike. I also guess that the market's now starting to price in the fact that there's going to be no rate decreases until at least next year, March. I think that is now where we are. I think the market is starting to come to the reality that they're not decreasing interest rates. They're going to increase them now. And I think that maybe they'll even increase them one more time. Well, that all depends on Powell's speech on Wednesday night. Remember, so what's going to happen is he's going to increase the interest rates or potentially increase the interest rates. And after that, what he's going to do is he's going to give the media conference. Now, at the media conference, what I want to hear is how he talks about inflation, because it's super important to understand whether he sees what we see when it comes to inflation. Because if you look at inflation, the CPI is at 3%. They're aiming for inflation of 2%. So they're very, very, very close to getting down to 2%. And if you look at what I believe is probably a better measure of inflation, which is trueflation. Trueflation says that the inflation rate is actually at 2.4%. So to me, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at how he responds when it comes to inflation. Remember that usually he stands up and he says, inflation remains very, very high and unemployment remains extremely low. And as such, we will not stop until we get to the 2% level. Keep saying the same thing. Let's see how he says this time. And if he does say that, which I think he will, because he'll come in with a pretty strong stance. After that, what we'll do is we'll wait for the reporters to ask the questions. And I have no doubt that some of the reporters will ask the right questions and basically say, look, Chair Powell, you have got inflation coming down very, very fast. You've got the PPI, you've got the CPI coming down extremely fast. What do you think what do you think is going to happen with inflation? And let's see how he responds to that, because that's going to be very, 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 very telling. Now, I think the market has priced in whatever Powell is going to do, because there's a 98.2% chance that he's dropping the interest, that he's going to increase the rate by 25 bips. I think Bitcoin may have just reacted to that. Be that as it may, we've now broken out of this range. So it's very interesting to see where we go to next. Then I think the market, specifically the Bitcoin market, is also now, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost has like this post-ETF hangover. I think the reality that the ETF is actually much further away than we actually think is now here. And people are going, okay, well, you know what? Maybe this ETF is a lot further away than we actually think. And maybe there's a whole lot of hurdles to get through. So maybe this is starting to come down. At the same time, you've got the NASDAQ cooling down a little bit from its all-time highs, which is not bad. So, I mean, let's just understand where the NASDAQ is. The all-time high, it's about 2.8% away from its all-time high. But if you zoom out, you say, okay, cool, it is 2.8% away from its all-time high. Well, that looks like a messy chart. Let's just quickly fit it into the data here. If you look at where we've come from on the NASDAQ, even if you, there we go, 44% up this year. So not really a big train smash when it comes to NASDAQ. The one thing you should probably note about the NASDAQ is that there have been a certain number of stocks, the 7 stocks that have been pushing up the NASDAQ. It's Microsoft, Nvidia, it's Apple, all the AI stocks. In fact, I think somewhere here, here it is. So you've got Meta, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, and Nvidia. Those are the stocks that are actually pushing up the NASDAQ, right? And so what they're saying now on the NASDAQ is, because it's only these 7 stocks that are pushing up the whole NASDAQ, they're saying, look, this doesn't work. It's not really an accurate reflection of what's happening in the markets. And so what they want to do now, and I think they actually are doing it, is they're going to rebalance the NASDAQ. They're going to say, look, instead of Microsoft being 12.8% of the NASDAQ, it's now only going to be 9.8% of the NASDAQ. Instead of Apple being 12.1%, let's make it 11.5. Instead of Google being 7.6, let's make it 5.7. Instead of Nvidia being 7.3, let's make Nvidia 4.3%. Instead of Tesla being 4.5%, let's make Tesla 3.4%. So what they're doing is they're taking the big stocks, which make up a big part of the NASDAQ, and they're reducing the weighting that these stocks have on the NASDAQ. And the reason why they're doing it is because they're saying, look, we can't make it seem like the whole market is actually running when it's not actually the whole market that's running. It's actually just a couple of narratives inside the market that are running. So this is quite a big move, and it could affect how aggressive the NASDAQ is until such time as all the smaller stocks, the smaller cap stocks actually start running. And I think if you have been watching the show, you know that my thesis is that these big stocks, that these small stocks actually are going to start running. So it's almost like our Bitcoin and altcoin runs. So you first get Bitcoin running, then you get ETH running, and then you get the altcoin running. It's very similar when it comes to the stock market, where you get Meta, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, Nvidia all running, and then only after that do people get like real confidence and start looking to degen and to start making money, because then the greed kicks in, and when the greed kicks in, that's when they start going down into all the other ones. So that's what's happening on the broader markets. When it comes to our amazing crypto market, which has been exceptionally boring for a month. If you look at Bitcoin and ETH, you've pretty much been stuck in this range for about a month. I think I did draw a line somewhere. Where was my? I drew. You see, I've become a chartist here because here it is. So I've done the charts here. You can see the Bitcoin did break out of that pattern. And now we're starting to break down. I wonder if this is going to be one of those breakdowns. I think Sheldon was saying that 29.2 is a key level. So I wonder if it's going to break there. I think Sheldon will do a show tomorrow and he can actually go through the key levels. So if you have been looking at Bitcoin and if you have been looking at ETH, then the market has been a very, very, very boring market for the last couple of months. But if you know where to look, if you've been following us and you've been following the narratives and you've been following the trends, then let me tell you that this market has been anything but boring for the last couple of months. And I'll show you just exactly what I mean. So as someone says, it says, nothing's happening on the centralized exchanges and the big altcoins. The real big party is actually happening on-chain. And if you look at what's happening on-chain, if you look at what's happening in all these hidden narratives that only hit the centralized exchanges pretty late, much later, then you'll realize that actually a lot has been going on in crypto. So you've had Telegram bots, which have absolutely exploded. I'll show you again. Here is the Telegram bot section. Just look at these 1 week returns. So Bolt, which is one that I told you guys to get in, 1,854% in the last week. Collab Land, UniBot is $125 now, which is 100% up since a week ago. You've got all these bots going up like crazy. So that's one of the things that's actually been flying. The other narrative that has been flying is the animal races, the hamster races, and I saw cockfighting. Did you see that? There was. I mean, literally, what they. No, when I say cockfighting, I don't mean what you think. It's not what you think. It's chickens with like razor blades on. It's like chicken cocks, not guys. Where's your head? It's cockfighting with chickens, and they have like razors on their legs, and they cockfight. They put them in a ring and they start. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm going to Google it because I can see that in the comments, not everyone sees. I'm just scared that if I Google it, because I don't have a safety protection on my thing here, I'm just scared of what the images will bring. So what I'm going to do is you see, here we go. I'm going to show you some of these results. I don't want to show you some of the results that I'm seeing here, but I'll show you this. So hold on a second. So this is, for those of you whose mind went into the wrong place, when you talk about cockfighting, this is cockfighting. It's when you put two chicken males, which are called cocks. And you see they have like these little razors here on their legs, and then they go into a ring and they fight each other, and only one of them emerges victorious. So anyway, so this is the cockfighting that I meant. So if you've known where to look, you will have realized that there are actually a lot of narratives in crypto that are actually running, and there has been a lot of money that can be made. You can make money in Telegram bots, which I think is one of the most incredible narratives that we've had in crypto for a while. You can make money in animal racing, in cockfighting, in meme coins. I think meme coins are a little bit, well, they were like a while back, and then a whole lot of other degen stuff. And so that's what I'm trying to say to you is that yes, we've had a boring month on Bitcoin, but if you have known where to look and if you follow the right channels and if you've got the right content and everything else, what you would have known. See the chat's going crazy, guys. I'm back. Let's be happy. So if you follow the right narratives in crypto, you will make a ton of money. And I'll show you just where some of these narratives are. Arbitrum season, LS DeFi. I mean, where do we come up with you got hamster racing, LS DeFi. I mean, can we not come up with a better name than LS DeFi? AI tokens, 𝗕𝗶𝗄, Casper, Injective, Pendle, UniBot, Rollbit. So Rollbit's another one, which has had a lot of hype and now is dying down. And I did say this to you guys. I think I told you guys when we bought it, and I also told you guys. Well, I'm telling you now that we did offload some of our position, and the reason why I offloaded some of the position is I really love what Rollbit does, and we'll talk about what Rollbit does in a couple of seconds. But the problem that I had is that too many influencers were pushing Rollbit. Now the problem is when you have too many influencers pushing Rollbit, they're being paid. You don't know who's being genuine and who's not being genuine, and it just becomes this like echo chamber. And for me, that's usually the time to get out. And so we had our banter research call. Some of our analysts here were saying, "Oh, Rollbit's the best thing ever. It's going to go to a market cap of $10 billion." I said, "Oh, hold on a second. when that happens, you need to exit, you need to rewind your position, you need to get out of your position. I'm not going to mention names of the analysts, even though they are sitting in this room. I'm not going to mention anyone's names. Certainly, I'm not going to mention. You should see how red his face is. Very, 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 very red. I'm not going to mention his name. I don't think it's. I don't think we should mention James's name.
It was you.
It was okay. So yes, I do think that I love what Rollbit does, and I think it's been an amazing narrative, and I think now it's coming back into fair value. I said that under 5 cents, I'm a buyer, and I'll show you guys why I'm a buyer under 5 cents in a couple of seconds. But what I didn't like was the fact that there were too many influencers on it, and then you know what happened? It was like a handbrake went up, and then 𝗪𝗏, who was like the big influencer, he said, yes, cancelled my partnership with Rollbit for completely personal reasons and nothing to do with the platform. I still continue to use it for high-level scalping. Never owned any and made a point of not tweeting about Rollbit. And by the way, now his account is private, so I can't even get into his account. He says, I cancelled because it wasn't worth dealing with the death threats and dox attempts I received in my DMs every day. Declined to receive it as payment for partnerships too. If I wanted to buy low, I would have bought it 0.2 cents before my first tweet. Then you also got some other trades. You got 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗏 𝗪𝗏 saying, there will be no rollbit.com stream on Monday. I'm no longer partnered there. No death threats, although it would have made for a good entertaining story. I know a lot of you are looking for the stream. For now, there's some things I need to spend more time focusing on offline. I need to prioritize that hugely. This sounds like when all the people quit from Binance and he said, no, I've got to do house chores. This is exactly what this sounds like. The next one is going to come on. So now you got one influencer saying he's got death threats, the other one saying that he just needs more quality time. Starting to sound very much like the Binance story where, the chief compliance officers just kept resigning because they needed to spend more time with their wives and everything else. So anyway, look, long story short, we will talk about Rollbit in a couple of seconds. I also want to talk about Telegram bots. I did say to you guys, I think this is the most exciting narrative in crypto. I think we should spend a little bit more time talking about that today. Then we'll talk about WorldCoin, and then we'll talk about Elon Musk and the quest for financial world domination and how you guys actually are the product. And you guys need to decide whether you want to support, which one you want to support, and whether you want to support either one of them. Either way, crypto wins because they're both fighting this battleground in crypto. So let's talk a little bit about Rollbit. I'm a big fan, first of all, and I'll tell you why I'm a big fan. Because I think that if you think about what crypto is actually about, crypto is essentially the transfer of value between one person and another person in a decentralized way with no middlemen whatsoever, able to do it at the speed of data moving. So the first revolution obviously was the internet revolution. And the internet revolution, what the internet revolution did was it allowed us to move data between one place and another. And we know that now that when you can move data from one place to another, that created catalogs, online shopping, the ability to send messages, etc., etc. That was a massive revolution. The next revolution is the transfer of value from one place to another. And that's the world in which we live in now, where you can transfer value from one person to another using Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other token very, very, very quickly. Now, unfortunately, though, if you zoom out and you look at the main, and you look at crypto, and you look at it with a very, very, very critical eye, what you'll realize is that crypto hasn't got a product market fit yet. There is no mass adoption product market fit of crypto. So yes, we're all very, very, very excited about this industry. We love this industry. We love the technology and the breakthrough. But unlike AI, which does have an immediate product market fit, crypto doesn't have an immediate product market fit. The best product market fit that we can use is the transfer of value from one person to another. And for that, probably Bitcoin is the best. And maybe Ethereum is the second best. I don't want to get into semantics. The ability to transfer USDT and US dollars over the blockchain is the biggest use case of crypto when we are, we're probably 14 years down the line from the Bitcoin white paper, whatever the maths is. So if we're going to be very critical about ourselves and this industry that we live in, we're going to say to ourselves, look, it's been 14 years. And, like if the aliens came down to Earth and they said, what is this crypto thing that you talk about? You say, well, it's technology that was invented 14 years ago. And they say, well, okay, what are the use cases? You say, well, we can transfer money from one place to another. And then what? Well, then you can trade it. So you can trade shit. That is what the only real use case is. The way I see it, when we look at crypto, there are only 2 use cases which are actually real use cases, or 3. One of them you can say is a store of value. So if you live in Venezuela and you want to move into Bitcoin, or you want to even move into USDT, you can do that by buying blockchain money, and that money can't be forfeited and touched by the government. That's a massive, massive, massive use case. Second use case, being able to speculate, buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. That's speculation. The third, there is no real other use case for crypto if you were to be really critical. Yes, we've tried DeFi, but there's no mass DeFi application yet. All the DeFi applications are very, very, very much in their primitive stage. The contracts are always getting hacked. There's rug pulls. We're learning what we're learning. What we're not getting is we're not getting mass adoption of crypto yet. We've got to be critical of ourselves. Now, this is not something to be alarmed about or panic about. AI took years and years and years and years of what they called machine learning before we actually got to a point where AI could be used in a bot like ChatGPT, or in a consumer section like ChatGPT. We're going through the learning phases, and in the learning phases, the narratives that are actually emerging are store of value, trading, and speculation. And for me, anything to do with store of value, trading, and speculation, you've got to be very bullish on. And so that's why when I heard about Telegram bots, I said, hold on a second. Telegram bots are amazing because what they do is they automate trading. They automate trading and they make people better traders. And when you make people better traders, that is a very good use case. Store of value, very good use case. Debanking people, allowing people to move value across the world very, very quickly, very, very, very good use case. But for that, you actually only need Bitcoin. You don't need all the other applications. You want to move value from one place to another, use Bitcoin. You know what? Use Ethereum. You don't want volatility. Use USDT and USDC. And probably if you want to do it, use it on the Tron blockchain because that's where the fees are the cheapest. So let's take a step back and say, right now, as we stand in crypto, right now, as we stand, there are only a few use cases that are actually working. The DEXs are working beautifully. Why? Because that's trading. It's speculation. I buy from you, you buy from me, speculation. The perps exchanges, GNS, our sponsor, by the way, killing it. We'll talk about GNS in a second. GMX, killing it. The centralized exchanges that offer perpetuals, killing it. Why? Because the only use cases for crypto, the way I see it, store of value, transfer of money, speculation. So with that in mind, how do we invest? Store of value, transfer of money, speculation. That's it. We invest in all those narratives because right now, those are the only narratives that are proven to work until today. Until today. Everything I'm saying to you is until today, because today the world changed for blockchain and crypto. Don't forget that. We'll talk about that in a second. And so when people ask me, why do I like Rollbit? I'll tell you why I like Rollbit. Because what is Rollbit? Rollbit is casino. Okay? This thing is a casino. Call it what you want. Okay? So they have, I think they said that, let me just quickly find that tweet because I don't want to lie about their product because we're amongst the influencers that are not paid to promote this. We don't have a deal with them. We're not those people. They do have 3 lines of business. They have a casino, they have a sports book, and they have a futures trading platform. Now, their futures trading platform, I think it does up to 2,000x leverage. Okay, where is it? I saw a tweet somewhere here which showed they do 2,000x leverage. Here we go. 2,000x leverage. Suggested.
1,000 now.
The analyst who was very excited about this is correcting me. He says it's suggested that they do a 2,000x leverage, but they now have 1,000. Can you imagine trading 1,000x leverage? The token goes down 0.1%. Yeah. You've lost fortunes, but it goes up 0.1%. You'll definitely get liquidated. Anyway, so why do I like the Rollbit platform? Because they offer gambling, casino, which is a use case for crypto, leverage, which is high leverage, which is a casino, and they offer a sports betting book, which is casino. This is for all intents and purposes, this is a very cool, probably regulated in 1 or 2 jurisdictions, really cool casino. Now, why am I skeptical? Why did I sell some of my tokens? I didn't sell out the whole position. Very simple. I looked at the chart of Rollbit. All the influencers were hyping the living daylights out of this thing. This thing went to 135. I then went to the market cap and I said, hold on a second. I want to understand what is the market cap of Rollbit. Okay. And I said, okay, so I go Rollbit, Rollbitcoin, RLB. So what is the market cap of this thing? Market cap of this thing is 352 million, fully diluted. Then I found out that only 20% of their casino profits are used to buy back to buy back tokens, which means that this 352,000 represents only 20% of the casino revenue. And to me, I just thought, hold on a second. That means that you're betting on this thing making 5 times that, so $1.5 or $2 billion before you see your money back. That starts to become a very, very, very rich valuation. So for me, love Rollbit, love what they do, love the fact that it's playing in the realm of casinos. I'm not embarrassed to say it. There is online gaming, online gambling, derivatives trading is a very risky thing, but that's why we're here, because we degen speculators. We degen speculators, that's why we trade on leverage. I don't hate the play, I hate the game. It is what it is. You know, I'm just calling it what it is. So these applications will probably do well. I think Rollbit will probably do well. I'm probably going to buy back if this thing gets anywhere near 0.5, somewhere around here. This is my level, 0.5. When it gets to 0.5, you'll see me aping back into Rollbit. But for now, and it might not even get there, but for now, I don't think it's the best value in the world. As I said, it's a casino and a high leverage play thing. So for me, this is one of the things that I am actually looking at. Why? Because I've narrowed it down and I've cut out the bullshit and I've said, you know what, like I love DeFi, but DeFi is a long way away from being mass adopted. I love real world assets, but real world assets are a long way away from really being adopted. What is being adopted now? Trading, sending money from one place to another. That is what is being adopted now, and I must play the narratives that are presented to me now where I think I can make money. I'll show you another one. We spoke to you guys last week about UniBot. And I said to you guys, I think you need to buy UniBot. I think you need to buy it. In fact, as I said to you, I was on holiday and I did a show for you guys talking about UniBot and all the and all the other bots in Telegram. By the way, for those of you who don't know how to go, you go to CoinGecko and you search for Telegram bot coins. And by tomorrow, if Josh gets his act in order, we'll have a section in Bubbles where you just click it and all the Telegram bot come up. Anyway, that'll be ready by tomorrow. Hey, Josh. Yes. You sure, Josh? Sure. Okay. Josh says if it's not ready by tomorrow, every viewer of the stream can DM him. It's Josh. Is it Josh or Joshua at CryptoBanter.com? You can DM him and he'll give you each $100. He'll give you each $100 if the section in Banter Bubbles. Because tomorrow I want to have a section that where you just go and you click on filter and then there's a button that says all these useless, I just want one that says Telegram bots. I can click Telegram bots and I can just see all the Telegram bots in one place. Josh, can we have that by tomorrow? Fantastic. If not, it's Josh at CryptoBanter.com. $100 for every viewer of the show if he fails to deliver that piece for us by tomorrow. Okay, so big fan of the bot section. The reason why I'm a big fan of the bot sections is because they're going to make, there's a few reasons. One is because they're going to generate fees. These are not bullshit concepts that don't generate fees. Bots are going to generate fees. Things that generate fees make money. If we can find a way to give that money back to token holders, I think we've got a win-win. That's the first one, which is amazing. Just look at UniBot. Look at their revenue per day. Just look at that beautiful chart of cumulative users and revenue per day. Okay, this is a good chart. These guys are doing amazing things. By the way, I'm also going to show you when you should be buying these things. Paddy the Pirate, who's one of our analysts, he says that you should. Last week, he said that UniBot was undervalued. He's still saying that UniBot is undervalued. And why he's doing that is he's saying if he takes the last 7-day fees and divides it by the fully diluted market valuation, then it's still the most undervalued. It's probably if you look at this, probably there's another 1x in this thing. Then we are still building the spreadsheet for you guys. The spreadsheet will have all the metrics and all the bots, but you can easily just go to the bot section, the Telegram bot section on CoinGecko, and you can see a lot of the stuff yourself. We will publish this. For you guys as we get more and more bots. And again, if you want this spreadsheet, Josh at CryptoBanter.com, just spam his email and just tell him. Is it Josh or Joshua? Oh, is that the oh god. Oh no. Okay, don't email Josh at cryptobanter.com. It's the wrong guy. There's another Joshua. Oh god. He's dead. His email's dead. All right, so very, very, very bullish on the bots. We're gonna keep covered on the bots. In fact, on Friday, if Fred is listening to the show, Fred, can we have a degen banter where we just talk about bots and who the best bots are, please? Like we did with the meme coins. Remember that big show with the meme coins when people came on? We need Fred to arrange one of those. Fred! Let me go tell him. I'll be back in 1 second. Let me just go tell him. Gotta tell him. Fred! On Friday, big banter, just bots. Okay, I told him. And I also lost my cable. A lot of people saying that I look like I just came back from Wimbledon, because I actually did just come back from Wimbledon. So I'm going for that whole, like, I'm back from Wimbledon look. You know what I'm saying? Wait, what you laughing at? You don't like the look or what? All I need is a tennis racket. I need a tennis racket. That's what I should have come here with, like a tennis racket. Okay, so I think that's the bot story. That's the bot story done. Yeah, there's a lot of bots. There's going to be a whole lot more bots. A lot of them are going to be rug pulls. Rather stay with us. We'll tell you what's right, what's wrong, what we think are rug pulls. We've already doubled our money on the bots. So, I mean, I think we will spend a lot of time talking about these bots. Whew. Anyhow, let's get into the main story of the day. WorldCoin. What is it? How does it work? Why do I think that today is going to be a game changer for crypto? I think it comes from what I've just spoken to you guys about now. And, we spent a lot of time in this show talking about crypto and how crypto has struggled to find mass world adoption. So, yeah, we have less than 1% of the world, less than 0.1% of the world trading, speculating on altcoins, trading on leverage exchanges, DEXs, buying and selling NFTs. But there hasn't been that one killer use case that really propels crypto into the big world. Not the world, not crypto Twitter, but I'm talking to you about like the world. There hasn't been that one killer application that has propelled crypto to be as big as ChatGPT or AI. But maybe this is the first one. And I think the fact that the founder of OpenAI, Sam Altman, by the way, for those of you who don't know who he is, that's him. I think he was actually the founder of 𝗨𝗏, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's one of the founders of 𝗨𝗏. Anyway, he founded OpenAI, ChatGPT, and now he has launched WorldCoin, which is the new project. WorldCoin and WorldApp. Now, this is a very, very, it's a project that has a lot of controversy around it. It's a very controversial project. And the reason why it's a very controversial project is because what WorldCoin actually is and what WorldApp actually is, and they say it in their documents. They say, more than 3 years ago, we founded WorldCoin with the ambition of creating new identity and a financial network owned by everyone. The rollout begins today. If successful, we believe that WorldCoin could drastically increase economic opportunity, scale a reliable solution for distinguishing humans from AI online while preserving privacy, enable democratic process, and eventually show the potential path for an AI-funded UBI, Universal Basic Income. So how does this actually work? I think this video explains it. If not, then I'll have to explain it for you.
The ability to say, I'm a human, I created this content, or I'm at least endorsing this content, that's going to turn out to be important too.
The immediate reaction is like it freaks you out, and you really need to understand the engineering behind it to understand that I think none of these concerns are actually grounded.
I don't think we've ever seen a project from humanity that has this kind of like spec.
WorldCoin is a protocol that is designed to scale itself to all of humanity.
So essentially, what is WorldCoin? WorldCoin is solving two problems. It is creating identity, real identity for everyone. And then and what do you need that for? One is to enter a global financial system. Right now, if you travel the world, most people can't get into the financial system because they don't have basic things like an identity document. No one knows who the hell they are. And so you can't enter the financial system. Also, in the world of AI, in the age of AI, it's becoming very, very, very difficult to differentiate between an AI person and a real person. And we need some kind of way to do that. And so the founder of OpenAI, Sam Altman, creates WorldCoin. Now, how does it actually work? Well, very simple. What they do is they use this device over here, which is an 𝗕𝗏𝗡 device. They scan your eyeball and they use that to confirm that you're actually human and to give you some kind of online digital identity. They claim that they don't actually store your eyeball data. They just create a hash of it. Now, that's just a technological term to say they don't actually store the data of your eyeball, but they just create what they call a zero knowledge proof. So something that can just confirm that, hey, that says, look, I can confirm that that's Ran's eyeball. So if I go basically and I do this and I scan, bang, and then they say, okay, well, we can actually verify that those are Ran's beautiful brown eyes. These are Ran's beautiful brown eyes, but we can't tell you who Ran is or where Ran is or whatever else. So it's just a way to verify that the human is real and to give the human and to differentiate one human from another. Now, what you can see with that is that they are creating, probably if they get this successful, the world's biggest database of identification. They claim it is without actually storing data. They claim that they're going to decentralize the whole thing, and then they're going to use that database with an application called World App. Here's World App, which you can, by the way, download. World App, and this is going to be a financial system. So it says something like, if successful, believe it could increase economic opportunity. So basically, they're going to create a global financial system using everyone's identities. And they're kicking this off by saying, look, not anybody, but if you can get yourself an 𝗕𝗏𝗡, which is one of these devices, you can actually go around the world. If you're certified, you can go around the world and you can capture people's eyeballs and you can actually make money. So you can actually make a business out of capturing people's eyeballs. And right now, if you get your eyeballs verified, so that's how much an 𝗕𝗏𝗡 verified individual received in wild tokens for registering. So about you're getting $62 for actually registering, which is $62 in most, if you come to most countries, South Africa, Brazil, India, and you say you're getting $62 for registering on WorldCoin, that's on 𝗕𝗏𝗡, that is a fortune. That is a fortune. So you're getting $62 for actually registering. They're using this data. In fact, this is actually a very cool video to watch how they're doing it. Very smart.
That is that you don't have to do it by yourself. Because when we give you an 𝗕𝗏𝗡, we're not only giving you a key that can unlock WorldCoin to everyone in your region, we're also giving you a mini business to run. Because when you own an 𝗕𝗏𝗡, you can rent that 𝗕𝗏𝗡 out to any like-minded fellow distributor in your area to do sign-up on your behalf. And when they do a sign-up, you will still get a commission of it for your managerial skills. So I'd recommend that you assemble a committee of distributors to work underneath you so you can also train them and onboard them to WorldCoin. And that way the 𝗕𝗏𝗡 will never be idle.
Okay, so they're incentivizing people. It's a very clever model. We actually used that model in South Africa when we had to sign up all the mobile users and we had to get all their details. We used to have people in the low-income areas and they were actually getting people's identification. It's the same thing. You get an 𝗕𝗏𝗡. For everyone that you register, you make money. The model works on everybody registering all their friends, and eventually they build up this huge database of people. Again, two big use cases for this database. One is to be able to provide people with things like airdrops, income, universal basic income for free, money to buy. If we get into another pandemic and we need to give people money to buy food, you can just airdrop pretty much the whole world. That's one thing to do. And the other thing is you've actually got a proof of identity that can distinguish people from AI. And I think this is a big concern. I don't know if you guys have seen how smart AI has become, but when I use AI now and I see how AI can really mimic me, look like me, move its lips like me, etc. Doesn't have these big, beautiful brown eyes, obviously. But what it can do is it can actually hoax my bank into making them believe that they're actually speaking to Ran. So very, very, very scary. And this actually solves the problem pretty well. This is not a concept anymore. It's of course real. Here's the wallet apps over time. So these are the wallets that are actually growing. It's got some really, really, really big investors. So if you look about who's actually invested in it, Coinbase, Multicoin, Andreessen Horowitz, Digital Currency Group, CoinFund, Hashed, all the biggest investors in the world, including Sam Bankman-Fried, who, by the way, bought this token at a 1 billion valuation. Today's trading at 25 billion, and he bought $25 million worth. I wonder if that's going into the state. The other one is Three Arrows Capital, also wrote a check for these guys, and they're also in liquidation. So it just shows you how if these liquidators are smart, they're actually making a lot of money. So if you look at this, these guys are already 25 times up on their money, because they invested in a $1 billion valuation. And if you look at where it is now, it's at $2.34. And just to show you, I wanted to show you this trade live. I just want to see if my trade is live. I took a short here because I thought that this may happen. I thought that the market was getting too heated. Okay, it's very small money, but I actually did. Here we go. Just to show you that I did actually take the trade. I took a very small short here. I made $2,000, yeah, but it's still money. And if we were in the ByBit trading competition, which, by the way, you guys are going to join, I would have made a lot of cash. So that is WorldCoin. That is what it's all about. I don't think it's worth a $25 billion valuation. I think that's heated, and that's why I've taken a short position on it. But you got to be careful, because the biggest market makers in the world are playing this now. You got to be careful. You got to be super, super careful. The biggest market makers in the world are doing this. Now, there's obviously a lot of controversy around it. Edward Snowden says it looks like it produces a global hash database of people's iris scans for fairness, and waves away implications by saying we deleted the scans. Yeah, but you saved the hashes produced by the scans, hashes that match future scans, don't catalog eyeballs. I liked 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗏𝗪's take on it. Says, I'm fuming about the launch of WorldCoin. Billions of people putting their biometric data in a device. Disaster. We must do better. Sent from my iPhone with Face ID. I mean, true. So, I mean, lots of crypto people are going to say that this is a bad idea, and how can we have this database and whatever else. It is a zero knowledge database, which means that no one actually stores the data. There is no database of your eyeballs anywhere. Number two, it is going to be decentralized. Number three, 99.95% of the world don't give a shit for people storing their identity. It's stored on government-related identity every single day. It's just us at Crypto Twitter that don't want to give us the government. So this is amazing. I don't think it's evil. I think it's a service that the world needs. That's the first thing. Okay, so now I know we're getting quite a long show, but I think it's worth it. Is it coincidental? Coincidental, because you know me, I love coincidences, and that's my job. My job is to show you where I think that there are coincidences. That one day before the launch of OpenAI, we get this. Elon rushes to name Twitter X. So now, I mean, I'm sure you've been to Twitter today. It's no longer called Twitter, it's called X. So now when you tweet, what do you say? When you tweet, you X. That's what he said. And I said, what happens when you X your X? Yes. Like when you want to X at your X. I want to tweet at my X. I'm X my X. Doesn't sound good. Anyway, he launches X, and it's one day before Sam Altman launches WorldCoin. By the way, for those of you who don't know, WorldCoin is actually launched on Optimism, which is crazy. It's on an ETH layer 2. And I looked at the price of Optimism. It hasn't really reflected it. But if you look at where it's come from in the last, it's gone up 50% in the last month. So obviously insiders knew that this was happening. So Elon launches X. For those of you who don't know, Elon has this vision around X being Twitter. Listen.
Essentially, if done right, the X would serve people's financial needs to such a degree that over time it would become, I don't know, maybe half of the global financial system.
Wow.
Or some big number.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the number is, but pretty big. So it would be by far the biggest sort of financial institution. But like I said, not really in the way that people are used to thinking about banks. Mm-hmm. Just the most efficient database for the thing that is money. Like I said, least amount of fraud. Everything's real time.
So you see, so he's talking about least amount of fraud. Everything's in real time. Renamed Twitter to X one day before or on the day that Sam Altman launches WorldCoin. Now, remember I said to you, WorldCoin's got the objective of becoming one of the world's biggest financial institutions, using everyone's identity as that. And Elon Musk is coming into the fray with that. Obviously, you can see that what Elon did was obviously drove up the price of Dogecoin. And I think that this is actually justified because what he did, if you look at his Twitter bio, he actually changed, he's got the X logo and he's got the Dogecoin logo there in his Twitter bio. So I think these guys, now, he said when he bought Twitter, he said buying Twitter is an accelerant for creating X, the Everything app. The Everything app is an app where you can start transacting on everything, and it's aimed at becoming the biggest financial institution in the world, essentially. So what's the scoop here? What's the scoop here? The scoop is that Elon Musk was one of the initial investors in OpenAI. That's no big secret. And Elon Musk had a difference in opinion there was a big difference in opinion between him and Sam Altman around how OpenAI should work, how OpenAI should be monetized. And what Elon wanted to do, Elon wanted to actually run OpenAI. In March, it was reported that Sam Altman and other OpenAI founders rejected Musk's proposal to run the company in 2018. And so it seems to me like Elon Musk has this vendetta now, and he wants to go after OpenAI and Sam Altman and everything that Sam Altman is doing. And one of the things that he said is he's launching X, and X is going to be his AI play. He's said publicly that he's going to use X to build his version of ChatGPT. And even though they've got a little bit of a late start, he believes that they actually could create something. And I believe so too, because the Tesla AI team is probably the best AI team in the world. But here is the point. The point is that you now have two of the world's most influential players, with two of the world's most influential platforms being X and OpenAI. And OpenAI, by the way, remember, is partnered with Microsoft at the moment. And they are going after financial freedom and being able to financially, to create the world's financial institution. And when two billionaires, two of the most influential people in the world with the most influential ideas in the world and the best concepts in the world, start battling against one another in the battle to the next generation of finances. When this happens and they choose the battlefield, the field is crypto. Elon through Bitcoin, through Doge, through Twitter, and Sam Altman through WorldCoin, which is, I mean, it's kind of like no big secret that there's going to be some kind of crypto, because how else do you reward everybody in the world for labeling their identity? You can't drop them US dollars. You can't drop them, I mean, some countries it's illegal to use US dollars. You can't drop them South African currency. What are you going to do? You're going to drop them some kind of cryptocurrency. And so that's why I think today is the day where crypto landscape changes forever. Because you now have two billionaires fighting at each other, and the battlefield is crypto. The battle is the battle for financial freedom and sovereign identity. Non-sovereign identity. The battle is around identity, the new age of identity, and the battle is around financial freedom. And the battlefield that they've both taken to is crypto. So I said before, up until now, the only use cases that we've had for crypto are speculation, store of value, being able to send value to one another. But I think today, that is all changing. I think today marks a new era in the world of crypto. And I think that we should be excited, we should watch it, we should participate in it, even if participation means shorting it like I just shorted OpenAI. See, now this position is starting to actually, I was with you guys, so I didn't take a big enough position, but you see, I am up in this position to $4,000 already. Because I took that short, but I didn't take enough short. Why? Because I was on the show. I should have taken a bigger short on the show. 3,008. Okay, well, I'll cut the position because at $25 billion market cap, I think it's too big. Anyway, that is us for today. Remember that what I want you to do is I want you to sign up for the ByBit trading competition using our link, because this time we are actually going to win. It's the whole Banter fan together, me, Sheldon, Kyle, Miles, all of us trading together. And we're going for the win. So sign up with the link below. If you don't have a Banter link and you want to join our team, just open another account, 𝗕𝗚 another account. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the spaces, which actually started 7 minutes ago. So I'm 7 minutes late for the spaces. I'll see you guys there, and then I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, trade WorldCoin well, my friends.